Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Melissa. I like to be a fly on the wall. I like to buzz through the blinds of the energy on my mind. In this reading, I want to focus on the energy of Cathy White, allegedly a mistress or had some sort of connection with Jay-Z. I kind of want to peek in and see what was the connection between these two people. How did she feel about Jay-Z? Everything I'm saying here is just allegedly, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Excuse me. If you're not already and you want to support my channel, please consider subscribing. If you want to donate to me, you could buy me a coffee or get something off my Amazon wishlist. If you want a personal reading, send me an email. That info is in my description. And like I said, everything I'm going to be saying here is allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. But let's ask some questions and see what the cards have to say. Buzz me through the blinds of Cathy White's mind and energy, please. Show me, how did Cathy feel? What was her relationship with Jay-Z? How did she feel about him? Ten of Swords, the Moon, the Two of Swords. If you're unfamiliar with tarot, the Ten of Swords is about being betrayed, feeling like we're betrayed, being like stabbed in the back. Sometimes I describe it like we have a knife in our back and a person that we want to trust or thought we could trust, instead of pulling the knife out, kind of twist it. The Moon. This sometimes has to do with things that are hidden in the dark. Sometimes the darker part of one's self. Things that are kept in the dark. So sometimes I associate it with like madness, like feeling loony in the moon, like going crazy, or we feel like we're going crazy. So she could have felt like this person, Jay-Z, like contributed to or wanted to betray her, make her crazy to, to a certain degree. And the Two of Swords has to do with like a truth within that we don't want to face, or we're refusing to face. I'm going to clarify this. Why is this Two of Swords here? What was this thing? This thing that this person... Temperance, Three of Cups. This is about like sometimes coming together with our friends, like actual parties, events, celebrations with other people. Temperance is about balance and equilibrium. Well, as soon as I saw this, I thought of like a freak off, just how drinking, being with celebrating somewhat, so to speak. Maybe that's how she met this person to begin with, or how she might have crossed paths with them. But temperance, besides being about equilibrium and balance, is about sometimes taking one thing and turning it into something else. So this Two of Swords, there's a Four of Swords, the Page of Cup, High Priestess, King of Swords. This is about healing, but sometimes now when I'm doing like a diddy read or something and I get like this Four of Swords, I just see this energy like sleeping, not conscious, not being able to like physically defend themselves. The Page of Cups, these are messages. They have to usually cup energy has to do with emotions, feelings, love. Sometimes I associate the Page of Cup, though, with like an energy that is not necessarily mature in how they express or show their feelings. Then we see this High Priestess. This is about trusting our intuition. She could have felt like her intuition or gut might have been telling her, like, run. Or don't, this energy can't be trusted, or they're not being forthcoming, honest, or maybe you might have to protect yourself from this energy. She could have like ignored her intuition, or wasn't listening to it, or felt like she didn't have a choice. With this King of Swords here, like this person had some sort of power over her, whether that be physical power or, I mean, the King of Swords is usually connected to someone that uses their intelligence to get what they want. All right, and on the bottom, I see this Knight of Swords. Sometimes I associate that with like an energy that has narcissistic tendencies. Or they can be a narcissist. Usually I stay away from saying that just because narcissism is a true mental illness and there's different types of narcissism. But this is an energy that we sometimes see as like, they come in fast. Sometimes with the truth, sometimes twisting the truth, or ready to fight. And then we have this Ten of Wands. This is like the burden. And then I saw this. Oh, and I see a Three of Swords under that. And a Devil. And this. Alright, this makes me feel a connection to Diddy. Just because I know he's a Scorpio. And in my other readings, or the readings I did on Diddy, I don't know if I used this deck specifically, but I know, I specifically my Leo and Diddy reading, I feel like I got this card a lot to represent Sean's energy. Anyway, this could be here because maybe this person, either Sean, Diddy, again, allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment only, connected these people, or Jay-Z, like, introduced her to him or something. But this could have to do with, like, with the Devil being here. This Three of Swords is about heartbreak, pain, sometimes third-party situations. So I don't know if I'm feeling like there was some sort of third-party situation or interaction between Jay-Z, P. Diddy, and Cathy at some point. With this here, like the Devil, the toxic behaviors, being driven by ego, materialism. I mean, the Devil, this could go deep, okay? I'm seeing this very fallacy right now, this Ace of Wands. Alright, that's feeling a few things here. There's a lot going on here. I'm gonna, if there's questions you guys want me to ask about this, leave it in the comments, let me know. I'm gonna end this by asking about and I know there's a lot of like conspiracy theories and weird things being said about specifically like Blue Ivy and like, you know, so I guess I'm gonna can you show me something about, is Cathy connected to Blue Ivy? How about I just say it like that, right? Okay? You know what I'm saying, guys? Is there any truth to the weird conspiracies that are being put out there? The rumors. Again, everything I'm saying is allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment only. But can you show me something about, is Cathy connected at all to, like, the Blue Ivy? You know what I'm saying? Can you show me? So, on the bottom, I see this Nine of Pentacles. That's like the feminine energy. She's sitting on everything she's earned. Then we see the Tower here. This is like something unexpected, sometimes representing like everything's falling apart. It can also talk about how whatever the relationship was built on to begin with was not stable. So anything coming from the outside was good. It's going to make everything fall apart. Then I see here the the Seven of Pentacles, which is about the investment. I mean, this kind of made me feel immediately like Beyonce energy. So, there's happiness here with the Nine of Cups. We see a Four of Wands. This is like the engagement, the coming together, the celebration. The Two of Pentacles, juggling, going back and forth about a decision. The Ace of Pentacles. The new beginning that has to do with things that are like tangible, that we could touch. Things that have to do with how we build the future. What we put into the future. Then we see the Devil here. And again, this Two of Swords. This makes me feel like she could have been... What was the thing that was being hidden? Show me this Two of Swords. Because this makes me feel like there could have been... So, alright, this is just what this makes me feel. Okay, guys? Again, general reading, entertainment purposes only. Everything I'm saying is just allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment. If Cathy was with child at the time that she crossed, there could have been some, like not knowing if it was Jay-Z's or Diddy's at that time. That's what, with this coming out, that's what that makes me feel, okay? Just telling you what it makes me feel. Yeah, and like Beyonce could have found out, like, you know, something was going on, and everything from that point just like fell apart. And there was definitely some lying going on to this person, or she felt like she couldn't trust the energies around her because she felt like she couldn't either. When I hold this, I feel like she was like trying to verbalize things, but maybe wasn't being believed, or felt like she didn't have anywhere to turn. As I say that, I see that Seven of Swords, which is about the liar, the sneak, sometimes the thief. So I don't know if she was or felt like she was being lied to, or like this energy may have been just saying to her what she felt they needed or wanted to hear, to like before, as they made their plans. Oh my god. Was there like seeing this as I'm cutting, like there's no love there. That cup is empty. This person is dressed out here in a nightmare. So show me, was the way this person crossed over natural? I'll word it like that. Show me a little something about Cathy and her passing. Was this natural? Buzz me in. I know this. Show me a little something. 4. Alright. So this came out in reverse. But it's the 4 of Swords. The 6 of Swords. This is about healing. Oh. Because of what I just said, you was there, right? Do you remember? Because of what I said before about this card. Any cards, when I'm doing readings on the Diddy thing, or like stuff related to that, right? And I see like the energy's laying here, sleeping, like they can't move, they're not, you know, it just, alright, I just feel it's connected to all of these things, right, that like came out. About individuals being unable to defend themselves, and you, right? Okay, you get what I'm saying? So this makes me feel, and then this is about escaping. Specifically, the 6 of Swords is usually, the image is, there's a boat, and there's a feminine energy with a child, and she's escaping something. Trying to get towards calmer waters, okay? To get away from the past and go towards a future that is calm. Like, this makes me feel like she maybe expressed that she was like, hey, I want to heal, I want to get my, you know, my head together, my spirit, my soul, whatever, because this is about healing. This represents a person that's been through something, and they're like in a meditative state, trying to heal. Physically, mentally, spiritually. But it came out in reverse. Like, this person wasn't able to heal. And because of what I just mentioned, it makes me, alright, like, do you get what I'm saying without me saying it? Like, she's sleeping there, but I don't think it was by her own hand, you know? Alright, by choice. Because it's in reverse. So there's no healing. There's no escape. It's in reverse. Alright? So if she was with child, she may have said like, Maybe she did know whose it was, or maybe she didn't. I don't know, okay? I'm not gonna... But she may have expressed, like, yeah, I want to get my caca together, focus on this future, take care, you know, myself, this future, this child. You know, I'm gonna get out of this life, away from all these people. No. All right, that's what I see there.